have an awesome event that's coming up, and we talked about it in August.
The full moon paddle.
The full moon paddle.
August
so
15th.
August 15th. So talk about how that goes from concept goes into development, and then from that development to the execution.
So full moon paddle is really like divine timing. It's called we like to respect divine timing, natural time, which is by the sun, by the moon, by the seasons. And the full moon paddle, the moon really controls the ocean a lot. So on the full moon, we can also observe just this drastic tidal change as we're paddling. And the paddle goes from about, we get out there at 4 and we usually end about 9, sometimes 10 if we're having too much fun, you know.
Always.
So we experience a lot. When you arrive, you see the ocean is way out. But when you leave, it's way up. And so there's this a lot to see and observe, but also we all paddle together. It's not like a competition or anything like that. And we all pay homage to the spirit of the ocean together. And there's a lot of beginners. There's a lot of like really advanced people. Sometimes there's children, and it's almost like like a family, like a tribe. And we all paddle together. And if somebody needs to slow down or stop, we all stop, and then we all pick up again. You know, it's not and it's like a healing event. And we invite everyone out. We're gonna have it at Bonita Cove in Mission Bay.
Nice.
We start at this. There's a partner company that's called Aqua Adventures, and
Nice.
they have all the boards. We also have kayaks. We also have hydro bikes, and we also invite anyone to bring their own water vessels. You know, we've had some catamarans. And,
Oh, nice.
yeah, all kinds. We have a sailor coming out, and even a person in a boat just kind of just follows along just for the fun of it, or
Yeah.
you know. So it's a really like chill event. It's nothing like, we're not trying to power out, even though you can still, you know, put core into it, and you know, but you can be relaxed, and it's really about dialing in. Full moon is really good things happen on full moons, and sometimes really bad things happen on full moons. So we make it an intention to make it a good thing.
Good thing, yep.
And then with our awareness and our caring and our love for one another, and also it's about connecting with all the other like habitat, their surroundings, the birds, the fishes, you know, the insects, and all of the other wildlife that hangs out there. We see seals, we see cranes, we see pelicans, we see
Nice.
dolphins. You know, we see. I've seen a huge bat ray, this beautiful bat ray like this big and just flowing with us. You know, and I
Nice.
mean, people see these things never in real life. They might see it, you know, on TV or
TV
something,
once,
but
yeah.
when you have a one-on-one experience with it and they look you in your eye and you're like, wow,
Exactly.
there's a connection there that nobody can take that from you.
It's
And every time it happens.
Oh no, it's one of those things where you guys, you know, the passion that he's talking about and the experience that I've had in the ocean like that. Him and I remember, I was telling him a story about my oldest daughter and a seal that popped up, and it's that remember? Yeah, once you have that connection with that ocean. But here's the thing, okay, you guys, and I'm gonna say it because, you know, again, it's my program and I can say what I want, which is nice. All right, that's a nice thing, isn't it, right, Esteban? All right, here's what I will tell you. All right, and I'm gonna throw it out there, you guys. Get rid of your stereotypes. Get rid of your boundaries, okay? All right? I'm a Latino. I talk about things about my culture. He talks about spirits. We talk about tribe. We talk about team. We talk about camaraderie, all right? I teach Tai Chi here, not me, but Tony does. But for some reason, when we talk about love, spirit, connection, religion sometimes F's it up, or you think it's like we're going to brainwash you or do something like we're going to take your soul. Let me tell you something right now. If you're a douchebag, all right, and you go out on the ocean, you're going to be a douchebag in the ocean, all right? The one thing that the ocean can teach you is to be less of a douchebag, all right?
It'll clean you.
Clean you, all right? So a lot of things is, and I'll use a Fight Club reference, okay? Self-help groups, reading books, doing all that stuff is great, but you have to execute.
Right.
In the ocean and doing these stand-up paddle, the moon, and I'm telling you from experience, and doing stuff like this will change you. The anger that's inside of you, if you're a Marine, if you're a law enforcement, if you're whatever, goes away.
Washes it off.
Because you find out very quickly you ain't about anything.
Mm.
Because there's, like he said, that manta ray just going. It's just so beautiful of what the creations have. Yes, the God creations, the things that are a power greater than ours has created. So I don't care if you like, oh, it's too mumble jumble or whatever. It's cleansing.
Yes,
it's
it is.
great. You know, I often say I ask people, I go, have you ever eaten at an Ethiopian restaurant? They go, they have food? Yeah, and I'm
It's
like,
actually really good.
and it's actually really
It's
good.
great, yeah.
So it's one of the things is, you know, if you're not broadening your horizons, if you're not trying to get better, then you should be dead. And that's what the Marine Corps tells us. That's what I feel as if you've seen in my previous videos, we talked to Morgan at 5'11". He's in that ability of never really mastering it, but always bettering himself.
Right. There's never a boring moment. Boring, I don't even use that.
I don't even know what I don't know. I don't know what that means, because you could just sit in the ocean and you're not going to be bored. You know, my father used to tell me that. He goes, if you're bored, you know what? You've got your finger, and he goes, you know where you can shove that. All right. So and it's not your nose, you guys, just in case. All right. But you guys, here's the beautiful part. Okay. When I talk about training, Adam said it. It's not necessarily always hard or intensity.
Right.
It is the formula that we talk about all the time. Frequency plus duration equals results. You're doing a little bit of different stuff throughout the day. And at times, that duration that we're going to be out there is a longer period of time, which is great. And then the results that you get is that you allow yourself to heal.
Right.
And then, and that is, I'm going to tell you, the hardest thing that you can ever do, because you have to be, here's the word, vulnerable. And allow yourself to be vulnerable for this. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get rid of booze or alcohol, you always have to have that vulnerability. How about practicing on something that is still a little bit scary but safe, and that when some challenge that comes out to you, here, I got to do it again. You transition it. There it goes again. You transition it into your real life. Now, Adam, give a little bit of highlights one more time about the event, so that everyone knows where it is. And we will also put some information on the bottom, some links and on this stuff, you guys, for sure.
Okay, it's at Bonita Cove down in Mission Bay, wonderful San Diego. We will be exiting out of a place called Aqua Adventures.
Start time?
The start time is 5:30. Check-in time starts at 5.
Okay.
We'll have a beginning basics class from 4 to 5, and I think 5 to 6. I think there's 2 of them.
Okay.
For ones that want to get comfortable, maybe never did it before. Even pros who want to freshen up on their skills. And we'll be doing some basics about the board, about how to paddle, techniques, turn left, right, how to stop, and how to beat your vessel and mount up and get off. And one thing
He just said beat your vessel. I'm sorry. I'm a kid. All right,
well,
go
yeah,
ahead.
it's good to know how to do these things, but beat yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to say a little bit about some of the things that stand-up paddle helps us in our life. One of the things is balance. Balance is very important in our life, and on this, you're standing on this board on the water, and you need to find your center. And
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but it's very doable and possible, and we can guide you to do that. The next thing you do, we dial in our senses, starting with our eyes, and our mind, our left, our right, all of these things, and all the muscles from the bottoms of our feet, from our toes, all the way to our minds, every finger, all the way to the core. Everything is dialed into the center point. So balancing, centering, using your mind, your breath, your awareness, your eyes. You know, if you're looking down all the time, a lot of people, when we're starting, we're looking down. You can get seasick on your board. So another training is keep your eyes up. Look where you're going. You know, all of these things that can be put into your life as well. And then you broaden your horizon and you use your peripheral, and you all of a sudden you start seeing the ospreys and the pelicans and dolphins and all these other things start to come into your life, into this existence that always been there. But sometimes we're just too into this little point right here, and it opens it up. And the more we do it, the more it opens. And so just wanted to share that little part right there.
And I'll tell you that, you know, again, the link will be down on the bottom, you guys. And what's so nice about that is he has that early event there. So if you come in at 4 o'clock, you get the basics class. Then he has the other one at 5 again. And then, like you said, the event from there is going to go through the night and will end right around 10 o'clock. So what I often say is, you know, using the 7 Ps, proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah.
Is make sure you get there early, because the last thing I want someone to do is get there all rushed and,
Right.
and they're in their head.
Absolutely.
So literally before they know it, you're they're an hour in and they're not even there present. So if you guys, when you sign up for this on the link below, I think you said $50, or how much is it?
It's $50. If you have your own, it's 15. If you have your own vessel, it's 15 for the board, and then I think it was like 20 for the lesson.
Okay.
But also, we wanted to say that there's a bonfire at Bonita Cove.
Nice.
And that's for people maybe that have family, don't want to paddle or something
Nice,
like that. So there's going to be people over there hanging out by the bonfire, and we're going to all paddle up to the bonfire, hang out there. But as the sun goes down, and then we're going to paddle back into the moonrise, and we're going to try to all get together. It's like herding cats on the water, and take this photo with the moon in the background.
Ooh.
And all of us, huddled together like this. And we've got that shot a couple of times because it's, like I said, it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
But we invite everyone to come and join into that. That's going to be the money shot.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Those of you guys seen my Instagram, you know how hard it is for me going real time and go like this. I can't imagine the herding cats in there
on the water.
On the water, some guy falls. They go, "No, I gotta get it. I'll get it." This. So you guys, I gotta tell you that this event I can't wait for. I'm actually taking a day off specifically from my private duty nursing,
Nice.
so that I can
You're gonna
actually
be
attend
there.
this, because that's the priority I put. My
Right
patient
on.
is the priority, but honestly, you guys, when I talk to Adam and when he provides me, if we do a sweat or if we do one of these events, I literally stop what I'm doing, because that's how much the balance and connection that I like to have with myself. And it's like a way of kind of re-upping a little bit.
Absolutely.
And recharging, you guys. So again, when I go like here, I'm going to
100%.
do a double.
Bam.
Our motivation inspires you to be better. I'll see you in our next
Stay
podcast.
grounded.
T3 Body, you guys, is a company and a fitness company that really talks about the complete athlete. When I talk about our motivation inspires you to be better, all right, as a non-for-profit that supports military veterans that suffer from mental health issues, I really enjoy the support you guys are giving me here on YouTube. But again, I am seeking clients on my T3 Body. So if you go ahead and take a look at my website, understand that the intimacy of getting to know you starts with just 30 minutes motivation. So you go on there, you sign up for one of those, you get a one-on-one remote talk with me just like this. Then I encourage you to go and look at one of my training plans, download a 4 to 8 week training plan, and really kind of just test your body, test yourself, and just really start to get yourself ready to then do the next thing, is where you get 4 or 5 of your friends together and dare yourself to be better, where there you have a little bit more of my information along with my training plan. You get some remote sessions with me regardless of where you're at. You notice if you're watching me on YouTube right now, you could see you can hear my voice, and I can train you, all right? And that 45-day dare is a great way to just see and challenge yourself to really do the final thing, is become a member. Being a member with me is a commitment, and it's made for just an elite amount of people. So when I talk about membership here, I really talk about a really elite group of individuals who really understand our core values of God, country, family, and really live by and have really adopted where our motivation inspires them to be better. So I wanted to touch on that, you guys, and really use that so that individuals like yourself who are getting better and inspiring others that understand that, we do need your support to keep everything going.